Hi everyone, welcome to BohoMystic. My name is Marinelli, and if this is your first time here, you're more than welcome to join the fam. Welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much, and it's so nice to feel your energy all over again. Today we're going to see where you're being guided. I really wanted to focus on where you're being guided here in the 3D, in this iteration of your life here on Earth, in this physical body that you find yourself in today. And I just wanted maybe to find a way to ground ourselves more deeply into our existence, into the present moment. So I was really called to use decks that just felt like Earth to me. So I chose to break this up into two different groups. I considered three, but I really felt like we were talking about two different collectives. So I stuck with two. The first group will be identified with this gorgeous agate. It's so beautiful. So this is going to be group one. And this is going to be group two. And this is a desert rose. I absolutely love these. And I have a few. I'd buy a million if I could. But yeah, I try to control myself. So if you chose this gorgeous specimen, you're in group two. They both have really beautiful energy, and they both feel warm, like they're emanating something today. So I'm really hoping this message will be beautiful and that we can all take something away from it. I've pre-pulled some oracles, but I intend to pull the tarot and 3 Lenormand for each group on camera. Okay, so let's get to it. Hi, group one. If you chose this gorgeous agate, heart agate, this is your group. This thing is a paperweight. It's beautiful. It was a gift, and I really love it. Let's see what we can feel for you guys. So, what is it that you guys are being guided to, or what path are you being guided on or to? I really felt like it was to. Like, where are you being taken in this lifetime? Is it a lifetime message, or is it where you find yourself now? I don't know. We'll see. So in my meditation right now, I'm getting like stardom or fandom or being the star. Being the star, being a celebrity, I don't know. At first, I thought it was like a comet and it was light. But then I realized they were kind of like spotlights. Like on a film set or like on a stage, like in a theater. And the lights were on and shining and really bright, but what was falling out of the light that was spilling from these spotlights though were like spilling out in stars. And then I had a light body come out or form from these stars into a light body. So from these stars, from these stars, a light body appeared, and that person was all bright and made up of stars. And that's where I got like the star. And then that person was shining and then began streaking like the comet again. And if it's not celebrity, I know I said that, but maybe it's being like a celebrity in your own life. Wish fulfillment. I'm going to move over group two. So are you being guided to be the star in your own life? And I think for some people, you will have notoriety or some kind of stardom within your own community, within your own, amongst your own friends, amongst your own, maybe in your career, like being the star in your own life, shining bright in your own life. like the star that you are. Okay, well, that's what I got for you guys already. Interesting. So let me pull out 3 Lenormand for you. All right, Spirit. What do we need to know about where group 1 is being guided? All right, that's 3. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lily. Wisdom, divinity. I was going to say divine presence. What is going on with you guys? Divine presence. That's the first time I ever had that for the Lily card. Oh my goodness. Really cool. All right, let's get you some tarot, please. Where is group 1 being guided to? Where are they headed? Where's the energy of the universe, or by some deity, or by their guides or ancestors? Where is group 1 being led to and guided to safely? All right, I think we're done. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ritual. So this is a tarot and oracle deck mixed together. Number 3, the Ritual. I just got breaking your leg. Like, break a leg. Is someone, or do we have people in this collective that are actors, stage actors? Stage actors. Are some of you in a high school play? Or theater majors? I'm getting so many references. And like maybe you have rituals that you do, or some of you are just amazing athletes, and before a competition you have a ritual that you do. Or it doesn't even have to be something like athlete or actor. It could be before every big meeting or presentation you do something. Like you knock twice, or you rub something. Like, I don't know. Having a ritual before a big moment, before you are up at bat type of thing. Before you are seen, I feel like there's a ritual that you do. You definitely will know if this is for you just by what I'm saying now, because I am getting it clear as day. I mean, it is. There's like this, what's coming to my mind, and I can't remember what show it's from or if it's from a movie, but I don't know if it was even a war movie. Every time that the platoon or the group or whomever, I'm trying to remember who it is, whomever this group is, went out into the field, they would always ruffle a specific person's hair. Maybe he was the youngest, maybe he was the newest. I really can't remember. But the fact that they ruffled his hair once, jokingly, and managed to be safe and sound and come back home or come back to the barracks, they continued doing it because they thought then it was the act of ruffling his hair that made them lucky. Like a rabbit's foot kind of thing. Maybe someone has a rabbit's foot. Okay. Underneath that, we have the word no. Interesting. And I don't think this is for me for what I was saying. Underneath that, we have introspection. and the Two of Cups. Are some of you planning on giving up a dream? I just got that. And you're being told no. Rethink that. Like what you were thinking about, what you've been so introspective about. Like, don't do that. It's meant for you. It's on your destined path to meet it head on. Don't give up on the dream of meeting someone, that your person's out there. But whatever your dream is, if you've been on the verge of giving up and walking away from it all and throwing in the towel and just saying, I can't do this anymore, or it's not worked out yet, so it won't, don't. I feel like you shouldn't, because you were a star person, star man. You had stars coming out everywhere, and you were a comet. You were blazing. Maybe you're going to blaze in finally. You're going to shine bright, and I just got blaze your name in the sky. Maybe you're going to imprint your name on someone's heart. You're going to awaken the sky with how bright you're shining. Okay. Well, this is really cool already. You know, with the Lily card and what I just said about you possibly wanting to give up your dream. What's underneath here? I just took up two. Mice. Yes. Okay. I was going to say, with the Lily card and what I just said about you giving up your dream because so much time has gone and you haven't achieved what you've wanted to achieve or thought you'd achieve or thought you would have achieved by now, so therefore you were a failure at it, or just it's never going to pan out for you, it's never going to happen. There is a maturity that comes along with this. Maybe you feel like you're too old now to achieve those dreams. Maybe it's been a lifelong dream and you just feel like, well, it's time for me to accept I'm too old for this now. Or I'm past that stage. And that's what's been eating at you with the mice. Oh. The snake underneath that. Maybe even you have people telling you and kind of pressuring you not to continue this. You know, and also with the snake, it does imply it's been a winding path, that from point A to Z is not a straight line. And that you're going to have twists and turns, and it may take longer, or it may not be the route that you thought you would have taken years ago. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to get you there. I think you're being guided to not give up on this dream. Because your dream, you're being guided to the dream, and you're being guided through this reading not to give up on your dream. So let's take a look at this. You know what? I'm going to pull out I'm going to do your 3 Lenormand first so that we have a basis for this reading. So we have the coffin, the ending, the garden. What did I say about you being in the spotlight? The garden and the dog. The death, the garden, and the dog. I see this as the ending, but you're going to be seen. Someone is going to take notice of you walking away from this dream, and they're going to, oh, this is your guide. This is whomever and whatever energy is guiding you to this. This is source. I do have a card here specifically about deities and goddesses to see which goddess or her energy would be most appropriate for this reading or has been guiding you. But this is the universe at play. They're reiterating everything I just said about you ending and thinking it's the end of your dream, and that you're not going to be seen. You're not going to, what did I say? I said about you being on a stage and being famous. The spotlight's on you, and that's what I'm getting with the garden. The garden is in society, being seen and paraded. There being this loving friend, this source of unconditional love to you. And they're setting this up where you will be able to shine and revive those dreams. You need to revive those dreams that you have set aside, that you have ended. And it doesn't have to be that your life becomes all consumed with it again. Because let's say you are older and you decided to take a different career. Who's to say that you can't do workshops on the weekend? Who says you can't join a community theater in your downtime? Who says you can't join a local band if you're a musician? There are ways to be able to feed your soul and still pay the bills if that's the case here. And if this is you losing hope that you will find that true love and that, you know, your past, I don't know, expiration for that type of love or that type of, or those types of feelings, you're never past any of those feelings, hon. You aren't, and you never will be. You never give up on love in the hopes of finding love. Love can be and look like so many things. It doesn't necessarily have to be what your love life would have looked like when you were 20 or you were 30 or even if you were 50, when you're 80. You know, love has many names and has many masks and has many purposes in our lives. And they're meant for us to experience them all and try them all on. So don't think that you're not worthy of it or you don't need it. Because that is one thing, as human beings, as a species, we are meant to love and be loved. Okay. Let's take a look at these cards then. We have, I need my glasses because I can't see. All right. We have Chisandra. This is the Botanicals Oracle. Interesting. Chisandra. Intention is vitality. Chisandra supports vitality for the whole body. This unique botanical possesses all 5 tastes: sweet, salty, bitter, sour, and pungent. And it's also known as the 5-flavor berry. It offers healing for every aspect of body, mind, and soul. Chisandra bestows vitality and perhaps even supernatural power. Yes, please, I'll take some. Oh, gosh. It's a foundational herb in traditional Chinese medicine. The berry of immortality was sought after by emperors and warriors. Centuries later, this adaptogen is still used to reduce cortisol, which are stress levels. Its anti-inflammatory benefits are so profound that Chisandra is chemoprotective. Interesting. It's like they're doing everything for you not to abandon. fulfilling part of your contract for being here. And they're working on you as a whole, right? It's the 5 tastes. It's they're working on you mind, body, and soul. I love that because I wanted to focus on the here and now in this physical world, this 3D presence. And that's what they're working on, with a little dash of immortality and sight and intuition. You are being guided and being looked after wholly, in a holistic way. Some of you actually may follow a holistic approach to your health. And then we have chaga with wisdom. Deep in the forests of Siberia in northern Asia, chaga grows on ancient birch trees, the mycelium touted as the king of mushrooms. Fungi's magical role in the ecosystem is as a decomposer, consuming dead matter and liberating nutrients. Mushrooms do the same to our body. A magical and medicinal benefit of chaga is its ability to clear, strengthen, and induce visionary dreams. While they may be speaking to you, you may have been having, they may have been trying to convey or influence you in your dream state. You may have been having some really, really vivid dreams, or you may feel different when you wake up in the morning. This is a death and rebirth cycle that you initiated the death part of it, and they're trying to rebirth you. They're trying to have you be reborn and remember what it is that you're here to do. Remember what it is that you love and what fills you, or what can potentially fulfill you. They may see you as being down, emotionally distraught, or despondent, maybe like the 4 of Cups. And I wonder, now that I said the 4 of Cups, maybe you have been avoiding or not even picking up on their messages to you. But please know, they want to cycle you back to health, to vitality, to awaken you to your own wisdom, that you have more life to live. And it won't be as fulfilling if you don't do the things that bring you joy. If you don't live fully and authentically in your own skin. And then we have the cicada with voice. Again, I'm getting age from this. Cicadas emerge at different times, right? In our seasons. Some I learned actually like every year. There are different types of cicadas, I guess. And then some, I believe the 13-year cycle, I believe. But there is a true metamorphosis here, and this is the rebirth that I was talking about. Some of you may be singers. But I'm looking at voice as your authentic energy body. What you are meant to express in this life. And they're trying to revitalize you and awaken you to that wisdom again of needing to do that. They're trying to inspire you again, And also, I think kind of like re-energize those desires within you again. Again, the word is despondent. I think they see you as despondent at this moment because you're not fully fulfilled in your life. So I picked a goddess for both of the groups to see what entity or energy that's around you and or what energy can help you in this situation achieving this goal. And you got Valkyrie. Holy moly. Oh, amazing. The bird goddess. Okay, the bird goddess is one of the most ancient goddesses, both a life-giving creator and a goddess of death and regeneration. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. All right, I feel good. We see each other. All right. This is definitely out of my comfort zone. I don't think I've ever tapped into a collective specifically like this. The Valkyrie, a Northern European goddess, is a representation of this goddess as death wielder. The bird guise of the Valkyrie is that of the raven, long associated with death and magic. It also means the chooser of the slain. Interesting. Valkyries are psychopomps who lead the soul to the afterworld. And what's popping out from that sentence is that by you not fulfilling this talent, because I really do think it's a talent, you're not allowing yourself to activate and influence and potentially even affect other people's lives the way you should, as you should. We are all part of this eternal cycle. And those that are here now and those that you would potentially influence with your talent will be missing that part that you're supposed to be doing or playing. It's like you're an ingredient to the big soup, to the big stew, and it just won't taste right. It won't taste just right or as perfect as it possibly can without what you have to offer it. The Valkyrie represents that part of us that is unafraid of the dark places. She can lead us into and through them. She reminds us that seeds germinate in the darkness, and sometimes we need darkness in order to grow. Yeah, I feel that's how you're feeling, that you may feel like you're in the darkness now. And what did I say about you becoming a starman from all those stars that are birthed from the light that turn out to be a spotlight, you know? You are being birthed into the starman. I don't know why that's the word I'm giving him, but that's what he looked like, and that's what he's making me think of. And I can see it why I'm saying man, because I think that we're talking about a divine masculine here, energy that is needed. Funny, because I picked out the goddesses deck. I think that you're being asked to step into your divine masculine, balancing both, but divine masculine more so because of what they're asking you to do, what they're guiding you to do, right? To be proactive, to put yourself out there, to face possible rejection, to get a letter of rejection if this is about you becoming an author or an artist. And, you know, that's part of the process. And even if your name does not become spoken in every single household in the world, it doesn't matter, because you are affecting and influencing those that you need to. But you need to put yourself out there first. And that is definitely divine masculine. It's so funny because I just feel actually it's kind of funny. And I feel like it's actually funny. You've decided you were done with it all. I'm not going to keep trying. You know, that was a dream a long time ago. Or again, if it's love, love is not for me. You know, I'm happy where I am. I don't need any of that. I'm happy with my, fur babies, or I'm happy, I just got being a square. How funny is that? That's super old school. um, and I'm okay with that. And that's just my life now. And that's it. And they're like, no, excuse me. You still have, this dream can be attained in another way. A dream can be made real in so many different ways. And usually it's lived in a way that you never even imagined in the first place. But it's going to be just as satisfying and enriching, especially if you've had to go into the darkness, be in the depths of sadness, despondency, and claw your way out again. That success is even sweeter, tastes even sweeter. No matter how big it is, it feels amazing, and you feel like a rock star when you can overcome things like that in your life. Be the Valkyrie. How cool is that? All right, let's take a look at these. Carved pathway. Yeah. We had the snake over there in the Lenormand underneath the lily and mouse. And then it was a snake. And then we have carved pathway. And this is the path that they're leading you on. This is this is where the guiding hand is taking you. It's like they're walking it with you and you're not alone. She's alone in this absolutely gorgeous background. But she's alone. And all that blue, I'm thinking of water, emotions. But you're being told you're not alone. And that is a carved pathway. It's there already. Meaning this could have been part of your contract coming here. So you don't have to repeat the cycle. They're like, hey, let's keep going. It's there. Find the thread again. Find the thread again to those desires, because that's going to pull you out of where you are now. And it may not be, and I don't want to say that your life is not beautiful or fulfilling in some ways. I'm sure it is. But for those that are watching this, I feel like there are dreams that you've let go too soon. There are desires that you have let go too soon because of hardship. And I think if you look within yourself, you'll know that's true. And that desire is still there. It's just been buried. And I think they're like pulling you out of it. Again, they're like, nope, no death. They're making you, they're germinating all of that all over again. It's really cool. Spirit can be really bossy. We talk about love and sweetness and wonderfulness, and I don't know if that's even a word, but you know what I mean. I think that we lose perspective sometimes of how the energy can be very strong around us, and it's like, if you don't feel it now, you're going to feel it later. And the universe can be very adamant when it wants to. Then you have connection span. Oh my goodness. Did you not get any? You're getting all the oracles. No tarot. Wow. Oh my goodness. Cosmic ballet. Yeah. You are being brought together. This is you and you across that bridge, being forced to meet each other once again. Your past and your present meeting up for the benefit of your future. Cosmic ballet. This is amazing. It's the world, right? So it's the night sky with trillions of stars, but it's the land coming up and forming what seems to be a female figure. And she is also the reflection of all those stars. The Starman. Have you forgotten that you're made up of stars? We are all stardust, hon. Physically speaking, scientifically speaking. And what was the purpose of this video? It was to focus on us here presently in the 3D. You know, we as humans are made up of stars. The stars are our building blocks. We need for you to rise up again. Oh my goodness. And that's under voice with cicada. Find that voice. Find that authentic you. Whatever that is, it's that authentic self that's been stowed away. It's time. It literally is time. It could be Saturn working right now in your favor. While and that's funny because I was saying how the universe can be adamant and loud and stubborn when it needs to be. That's Saturn. And he is Father Time. And he could be saying, wake up. It is now time. It hasn't been time because he's also slow as molasses and he makes us wait. Wow. Holy moly, you should definitely see how Saturn is affecting you or where it's placed in your chart if that's something that you are interested in. But it's time. I can feel it. I can hear it. Like bells tolling. It's time for you to do this. That is so cool. That is really, really cool. Stargazer Summit. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, I'm not going to look at the rest because I want to do this one by one. I'm going to get overwhelmed by them. Okay, Stargazer Summit. All these people sitting cloaked in lights in the desert. And I feel like this is the collective that's waiting for you to come forward. Wow. This is what's awaiting. I was going to say fans, but I didn't want to make it all about. I guess it's not. There's no pride or ego in this. There really isn't. You're meant to be seen. It's like the collective waiting for you at the end of this carved pathway. This is what's waiting for you. You joining in holy communion with everyone else. And they've been waiting for you to arrive because your spot can't be taken by anyone else. It's going to stay there empty if you don't take your rightful place. This is some deep stuff, man. Wow. Under connection span, silence guardian. And then we have, oh my gosh, guys. Stairway to Stars under the cosmic ballet. Yeah. This is you becoming one aspect of yourself that you've put off because you didn't think it was attainable anymore. And it may not come to fruition the way you thought and wanted it to 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago. There is something there that has to be fulfilled. I strongly believe that. Whatever this wish of yours is, there is an aspect that is viable today and it's meant to be seen today. Again, it may not be what you wanted it to be fully, but it still is beautiful and is meant to be today. So that dream will morph into something perfect to be seen and lived today for you. This is under that connection span where I said your past is meeting your present to satisfy your future. And that's the silent guardian. It's your future self, but I'm going to go one step further and say this is your higher self bringing these two together. This is what's at hand guiding you to meet yourself, meet those needs that you have. Yeah. Break the silence. I just got break the silence. And I was thinking it's breaking the silence within yourself. Break the walls that you have created and built up around your desires and this wish. It is okay and not silly to want those things. It isn't. It is absolutely not silly to want those things. And the last thing we have here is with Cosmic Ballet is a Stairway to Stars. This is you lifting yourself up. And I also think this is just them lifting you up. You are, like I said, and I'm going to start laughing again. It's like they're like, nope, pick yourself up. They're making you into a star man, star woman, star person. And then they're unveiling the stairway to the stars, to the heavens. And this is telling you you're going to feel fulfilled and you're going to break cycles and achieve huge glory when you find that stairway to the heavens. And that for me, aka is your dharmic path here in this world. It's breaking the karma of regret and resentment and fear of everything, failure, even the fear of being seen. Some of you, that just came to me. Some of you may feel that. And finding yourself on your dharmic path, what you were intended to do, what you were intended to follow in your contract with Source, with all that is. So it may seem silly to you, but it's not. It's not. Look at all these stars. It's just so beautiful. It's just so, so beautiful. Oh my God. So all my sweet things. This was a lot of fun. You are being guided. I love what I said about your past self meeting your present self to satisfy your future self and your higher self. Landing in your dharmic path. I mean, what else could you want? That's what you're here to do. I think you just got a little lost on the way. You see how this carved path and what I said, it's a straight line? Maybe this is, you've decided to follow the straight and narrow, right? Not be artistic, not have these silly dreams that will never happen to you. No one ever makes it big. No one can be successful at writing books or comic books, or no one can really live off of a dancer's salary. Things like that. So you decided to follow a more traditional route. And thinking of that snake, maybe you're meant to have more of a winding path and not such a strict, straight and narrow path. And it's okay, because sometimes society makes us feel like it's not okay. It's okay to have diverging interests. It's okay to do two things, to have two passions, to do two things or more than two things at once. And like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want your dream to come to life, let's look at other areas and ways for it to come to life. You have to be flexible, though, and figure out, how can I get that feeling in my life without having to uproot everything I've worked for on the straight and narrow? Well, like I said, find those community play houses and join a band, get on a dating app. I know if you're older, that would be really weird and hard. You know, there are now apps that are actually meant to find friends and not romantic relationships. That just came to me. Because it's really difficult to find friends when you're older. And forget about that. Even just as a young working professional, it's hard to find friends, especially if you don't have the same group of friends from when you were in school. So if your intention is to find companionship, it's out there. Look within your local community and community centers. They do a lot of free programs or programs for nominal fees that help nourish and help feed the artist in you. Learn a new language if that's something that you've always wanted to be, a polyglot. I can go on and on. Join a dance troupe. Go to the bounce house and practice off those gymnastic skills that you have and had. Join a running group. Get back into that sport that you really enjoyed informally. Teach. If you're an amazing musician, teach. We are always looking for teachers. We need teachers. Yeah. There are so many ways to live out your dreams on a day-to-day basis. So, all right. I cannot wait to feel what it is that you are planning on doing. I hope this stokes a fire in you. I hope this reading really does start to push you out of your comfort zone and realize that you have more to offer and you're entitled to it. All right, my loves. Till next time. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your part of the reading. If you are attracted to this gorgeous desert rose, this is for you. I did a small meditation just now, and I did one also for Group 1. And yours was really interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a synchronicity for someone or if it's going to tie into our reading, but I'm kind of like half and half. I kind of knew off the bat for Group 1, but I don't for this one. So the first thing that I saw was a person sitting around what I thought was a potter's wheel, kind of like from the movie Ghost. And I thought they were creating a pot, like earthenware, but it felt like it was a long time ago, even kind of cave dwelling days, which would have been weird because they wouldn't have been doing that. But then I think I realized the person was not creating a pot or a vase or a piece of earthenware, stoneware, but they were kind of like holding something. And I felt like that was a crystal ball. So I thought, oh, is this like a mystic huddled over their crystal ball. So I thought, hey, is this like a crown chakra opening or a third eye opening? Is this a development of intuitive skills that are going to help you here in the 3D? Because I want to harken back to what I said in the beginning of this video about I'm asking what are you being guided to, or how you're being guided here in the physical world, in the 3D world. I wanted to see where you are headed here. And I was hoping for something like that. And it turned out to be truly the case in group 1. So I'm not sure if we're heading in a different direction with you or not. But then I was pulled out of there. And again, I saw a person at a potter's wheel. So like I said, this could be a synchronicity for someone. Someone's doing that. Someone's throwing pottery. Someone's grabbing onto jars and vessels and earthenware. I don't know. So I'm not sure yet what this means, because I keep vacillating between, is this a seer that's being, is this a person that's being guided to become a seer and building a business, dedicating, committing their lives to becoming a seer, a diviner, doing what I do? Or is this a person who is in the arts and is building their collection one pot at a time? So I'm just putting that out there because this is a meditation that is kind of throwing me for a loop, and I haven't had one of these in a while. So these are your oracles that I pre-pulled. I'm going to pull out 3 Lenormand. All right, Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, anyone that is guiding group 2 on this journey here on Earth. 3 cards, please. And these 3 Lenormand are going to give us the overall kind of arching message that we can sort of build off of, or the more matter-of-fact aspect. 2. And I'm only taking them if they pop out. Oh, there we go. 3. Bottom of the deck, we have garden. This actually was one of the 3 for the first group. And this is, this could actually be a person's business. What did I say? Building your collection, maybe, yeah. Taking your wares, offering your services to the public, maybe. So this tarot deck is a mix of tarot and oracle. And group 1 actually got all oracle, not one tarot. So let's see if that happens for you. For group 2, what does group 2 need to know about how they're being guided? Or where are they being guided, please, Spirit? That definitely, okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. So everything that just rushed into my mind was, are you doing something surreptitiously? So on the down low, no one knows about your plans of creating a business, or that, yeah, you're living with a mask on. I love how they had that enormous mask on this person's back. And you're being guided to lay down that mask. to be honest with who you are and what you're doing. You're worried about someone stealing your ideas. I just got that. Knight of Swords. Maybe you're being found out. You're going to be found out anyway, so it's going to be time for you to show yourself in your true colors, what you can do. Maybe if this is becoming a seer, diviner, a tarot reader, it goes against your upbringing, your family's beliefs. I just feel like he's looking. Oh, and the King of Cups. Okay. I just feel like he is looking. All I kept feeling was that he's looking at that mask and he looks pretty fierce, like a warrior. At least that's the energy that I'm picking up from this card. And he's going to shatter that mask with that sword. Like, it looks like, even though the sword is down, if you look at his other hand, it kind of feels like he's balling his fist. There's something there that I'm feeling. Maybe you're being guided to, you're being guided to tell the truth about something before you're outed, before someone tells it for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but I think that you would take it as, you would not be happy if this happened. You're being asked to step forward with confidence before someone makes you feel, before someone kind of angers you. Yeah, with confidence. Even ask yourself, why are you waiting to show your talent? No. Is this about love? This and the Hermit, the King of Cups, the Hermit, and the Sun. Yeah, what you've been hermiting about is going to come. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Whew. This is an interesting one. Maybe that's why I was seeing the seer. A seer is a divulger of secrets, right? She's a truth sayer. She sees the truth. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe there is something in your life where you are holding back on telling the world. Oh, I just got like a pregnancy, maybe. That you're holding back from telling the world because either it's yours still, or because you don't want other people, you don't think it's anybody's business to be in your business yet. And in turn, you've been isolating yourself with the Hermit card. It's like a world unto your own. You've been a world unto your own. There's that huge cup with the King of Cups there, but the city, the citadel, is inside that cup. It's like you've been living your entire world up here, and but you've made it so where no one can reach your inner sanctum. But the sun is coming, and it's going to shine really bright. It's going to bring out all the untold truths to light. And that's why I'm getting the seer. I now understand. And I think that you may even have people who are intuitively picking up on it already and are waiting for you to say something. But I think you're being guided to just embrace what this is and live it fully in the open, in the sun, in the clarity, as something born and loved in light, not in the darkness. I don't know what it is. And I don't necessarily think it's something bad. But you then have the silence guardian after that. And that is telling me you have been silent, but, or you may even have told one person that's been helping you guard your secret. And that person will be that Knight of Swords, and they can't hold or won't hold that secret any longer for you. That's interesting. And that just came up. It's time for you to be open about something. You know, you can isolate only so long and keep everyone at bay. But what you may not realize that during that time that you're keeping everyone at bay, it's going to make things a little bit worse, because they're going to really have hurt feelings regarding being ostracized from your life and your inner world. And of course, that's for people who you love and who love you and you have positive relationships with. I'm not talking about toxic relationships or people that don't have any business knowing your business. That's not what I'm meaning. But I think that those that are here understand that difference. Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh. This could be definitely a pregnancy. If you look at this Ace of Wands, it's these, imagine like very, very thin, I don't know, Q-tips. And then there is, from what looks like a female body, a female, small female, in the middle of all these Q-tips, dressed up as one of them, with her head being a larger version of that flower. It's like she wants to hide something. She's camouflaging herself to not be seen in that bunch of whatever this is. Let's just continue with the Q-tips. But she doesn't realize you can see her clearly, in that she's not fooling anyone being in there, right? She wants to, it's the Ace of Wands. And Ace of Wands could be the germination, right? They look like little tiny sperm going straight up instead of down or sideways. And that's why I thought it's like an ovum with sperm. Holy moly. And then the Lovers underneath that, and Ten of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Someone could potentially. Yeah. Aw. Well, first and foremost, congratulations. Now, secondly, holy moly, I do not want to be in your... I do not want to be you right now. You know, sometimes we think that people are going to react in a way, and then they surprise you, and the reaction is absolutely not as bad. Like, it's far from as bad as we think it's going to be. Please remember that and take that to heart. So let's take a look at these. All right. Glasses on. I'm now ready to work. I'm now ready to work, right? I'm trying to like lighten up the mood, because I feel like this went really intense and potentially stressful for someone very quickly, and I don't want you to feel that way here. I will try to figure out as much as I can and do this reading as well as I can. I know that you are absolutely loved, and you are definitely being guided, and I think that I think this reading will help confirm that for you, and know that you're not alone, and you're never alone. So let's take a look at these Lenormand. The Fox, the Key. Oh, the Fox, the Key, and the Heart. I think this is the wily fox in this situation. It's like the Seven of Swords, I would equate it to. I think that there's been some deception, and I definitely think it's on your part. Yeah. But the key to your heart, you know, the key is your heart here. I think you're going to break free from the deception, the trickery. Maybe that's what it is. What did I say about her trying to trick us and not seeing her in that patch of whatever they are? And we can, right? It didn't trick the eye at all. The key to breaking free from that is through your heart space. And that's why that King of Cups is there too. You have to let them in your heart. And this is also letting them in your life. Knowing what's in your heart. And I just got, this could be even a person who's made the decision to move. Wow. Maybe this is a person, maybe this could be one of you's decided to move and hasn't told all the family yet. Or hasn't told their best friend yet. Or that you're in a new relationship, but it's not so new. You've been kind of keeping it under wraps for a while, and you've told no one. But it's like, hey, how could you have been in a relationship with someone for so long and not tell me? This could be accepting a job without talking to your partner in a different city, state, you know. And that, of course, insinuates that you don't necessarily see your relationship with them as important or as strong as you maybe made it out to be. I don't know where these examples are coming from, and there's no judgment here. There isn't. I'm just trying to throw out like a bigger net of examples so that you will know if this resonates with you or not. Because remember, these readings in tarot talks about themes, and the reason why it works for so many people is because these themes are universal. So what we need to do is figure out how this one theme that is being described by the cards and by myself applies to your life. How is it being played out? So, themes of love can be played out a million ways. Themes of hardships and sadness and joy and work and breakups and love, they all can be played out in so many different ways in different people's lives because we are all so different. We all don't have the same circumstances. So that is why I'm trying to give you different examples. But I think in the end, it's just someone's holding something back. And I think the guidance here is going to be and is to let you know it's time. And I think that's it. It's time. And you fill in the rest because I think you know it's time too. And I think that's why you're probably looking for a tarot reading regarding about being guided to do something. Yeah. So let's continue. Ooh. This is from the Botanicals deck. And it is Linden. The intention is soften. The linden tree blooms soft cream-colored flowers among a canopy of heart-shaped leaves. As their roots descend into the earth, trees embody the axiom of as above, so below. Linden is a tonic for the nervous system. Whether you hold tension in your heart, your head, stomach, or muscles, linden will soothe and help you soften. Linden strengthens the immune systems, aids digestion, calms the nerve and heart, lowers blood pressure, and induces sleep. I think this is the softening of your heart. And this is the softening of your throat chakra. And this is also, I think that you are nervous and you do and are holding tension regarding this secret, if I can call it that, this information that you are holding just for yourself at this time. And I think that you may even have more nerves attached to it because you've waited maybe a little longer than you should have. And you are now really nervous about broaching the subject, let alone just telling them straight out, because you fear it's not going to be received well. And I want to say that I think it's going to be received better than you think. I don't know what we're talking about specifically, but the feeling that I'm getting is that you may have people in your life who are already aware of it and have been waiting for you to come to them with the information. You know, come clean in a way. I think we may at times underestimate people's feelings for us, their intuition, and their love for us. We are all intuitive creatures, and we pick up on just the slightest little change in relationships. We really do. Now, we may not always be able to put a word to it or be able to express it or understand it fully, but we carry an energetic frequency with one another. And when that changes, like, we are feeling those changes. Now, some people have honed that skill to better understand interpersonal relationships, and some people haven't. So I guess that's my long way short of saying, I'm sure there's people around you that are already aware or have felt that something's been off, and they're just waiting for you to come to them. But I do want to go back to what I originally said. I think there is a guidance here of you should do it soon, because I think that if you wait a little longer or longer than you should, they will broach the subject with you. And I don't think that you're going to potentially handle that as well as if you were the one to bring it to their attention. I hope you're following me. Then we have jasmine with sensuality, another white flower, purity, innocence, the most gorgeous scent in the entire world. I absolutely love jasmine. And now I'm getting, it means, and I brought this up before in a reading, it has a very specific memory tied to it for me. And the fact that it does say sensuality, it does bring me back to, you know, potentially a pregnancy. Or even a love affair. Like I said, maybe you're in a relationship with someone that you don't want them to know about, and it's going to come out. You do also have the heart there. And I think that you have to be heart-led. So that's beautiful. Love is beautiful. As long as it's safe and healthy and all that. But it's beautiful. And the fact that it's the keys right next to the heart, it's telling you it's the right thing to do. Be heart-led in this. And I was going to say, and that's another reason why I'm thinking this is definitely a love relationship, or the secrecy of an aspect of a love relationship, is because this reminds me of my memory, which ties me to Venice, Italy, which is like the, you know, such a romantic place in the world. So, yeah. Okay. You know, what did I say about the white and the white over here? If this is something where you feel like you're going to be judged, you know, that you're not innocent anymore, or those type of things that we so often hear. Again, I don't think you're going to, I think that may be a concern for someone. I just wanted to say that because that did just pop out of my mouth, and I've never said that about jasmine in my life. So, and I don't see, I don't necessarily associate the color white with those things for several reasons. So there may be that fear. Yeah. And I'm sorry about that, because that's unfair too. And that also is really hard to live up to, those type of judgments. So I did have a goddess deck that I pulled from for each of the readings, and I wanted to get the energy or potentially even the goddess that was helping you here. But I think it was more so for the energy that's tied to that goddess that's being implemented to help you through or guide you through whatever this is. And you, my dear number twos, have the Spider Woman. And I love that she looks like a crone. She looks kind of like the seer that I saw. The seer that I saw, how funny is that? Around her ball. Ancient. What did I say? Like the cave system. Spider Woman is an important goddess among many Southern Native American tribes. She is nearly always portrayed as beneficent. The Karasan Spider Woman created everything there is by thinking, dreaming, or naming. She taught the people how to plant seeds. Oh, Mother of God. Cherokee grandmother spider brought people the sun and fire. She taught them pottery, weaving, and how to make ceremonial blessings. Okay. She is guiding you. There's absolutely no way. She is what came through in my weird, chaotic meditation. She is what she came through the meditation. Okay, group 2. Cherokee grandmother spider brought people the sun and fire. She taught them pottery, weaving, and how to make ceremonial blessings. Spider Woman is responsible for bringing fire among the Pueblo, Tiwa, and Kiowa tribes. A Spider Woman named Biliku, found in the Indian subcontinent, also brought fire and light. For the Hopi, Spider Woman is a creator who helped the people during their emergence, created the moon, has the power to give and take life, and is connected to hunting and agriculture. Spider Woman is a reminder that good comes from everywhere. Even the lowly spider, sometimes dismissed as irrelevant, has the power to create and teach. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I've had beautiful experiences doing these readings on this channel. And I am truly blessed. But that was probably one of the most beautiful and generous readings I've ever had from Spirit. So, because I truly was confused about what I was seeing. I definitely think this, for many of you, is regarding pregnancy, male or female, or however you identify. I think you are being blessed, and it's something to share, because how you start a story so often determines its ending. And I think people don't think that way often enough. What did I say about lived in light and in the open brings it out of the darkness? Yeah. And if this is a love affair, or if this is someone that you think your family or those that you love will not accept, I think that you may be underestimating your family. And in the end, you may see something so spectacular in this person that while others may see them as a lowly spider, you understand the artist that it truly is, the weaver of dreams it truly is. So, and I don't want you to think that this is me telling you need their approval, because it isn't. This reading is for you, and I said this is a judgment-free zone. My intention is to give you a reading for you, and what I believe is being given to me to guide you and in your best interest. That is always my intention. So I'm not guiding you or sharing this guidance for you to get approval. It's about living authentically for you. It's about living in the light and in truth for you, and for potentially a child that you'll be bringing to this world. It's about living in your integrity and with honesty for you, no one else. So however this applies to you, please take that with you. The trailblazer. Yeah. I see that. It's time. Maybe you're going to be the first person in your group or your friends and your family that will be doing what it is that you've been doing, and that makes you uncomfortable. If this is creating a business or engaging in some type of new activity, maybe you're moonlighting as something else, like maybe you're like an attorney who's moonlighting as an artist, or like doing something that I really feel like it's going to be looked down upon potentially by someone. So that's why you're hesitant in telling them. So if you're doing something that maybe you're not, maybe you're starting to do something or have decided to leave your career or leave what you studied for something else that people will think is silly, or get on YouTube and do what I do and the world will know. And that is another reason why, and this is not a slight for anyone, I want to make that clear. I'm just using it as an example. That is why you see my face. I am in the position where I can do that. And I'm also in a point in my life where I am who I am, and it is what it is. Right? So maybe it's time for you to be the trailblazer and let other people know it. What does a trailblazer do? They're a streak of light, right? You can do this. Pretty cool. Number 5. Well, it's 50. Number 5. Unity. Yes, with Linden, which is soften. I think that you're going to see a softening. I don't think that people are going to react the way you think they're going to react, or not to that extreme. I really, 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 really don't. I think that you're going to find, I love it too. It's, I believe it's her daughter, the creator of this, holding that world, that globe. I think that it's beautiful, and I think that you're going to have, I think people are going to realize, and you're going to bring a lot of joy into people's lives. You just don't see it right now. Yeah. Sometimes we fear things simply because we get caught up in how we think people are going to react. I guess we just underestimate people sometimes and their abilities to forgive, their abilities to understand, and also where they are in their lives. Things that they may have said in the past don't really relate anymore. They may believe different things. Everybody keeps parts of themselves to themselves. So even though they may have expressed something before, it doesn't mean necessarily that's how they feel now. Yeah. And I think if you show that you are going to be successful potentially, especially if you're moving from like a really, you know, successful career to something that maybe is not going to be as successful in the beginning, but has the potential to do really well. Like, there are a lot of things and reasons that people change their minds towards something. So I think if you can sort of showcase, hey, it's not that bad, I think it's going to go better than you think. The Lost Traveler with Jasmine and sensuality. Yeah, it's like feeling alone, and you don't need to carry this alone in that desert by themselves. You don't. It's like time to come home. Let yourself be embraced, because I do think that some people will truly be embraced by those that they've been keeping in the dark. Three of Cups. Guys. With the Spider Woman. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. She is a reminder that good comes from everywhere. And I think that you're going to, if not immediately, you're going to see how your life and your gifts and what you're bringing into this world, however shape, way, form you're doing it, and whatever decision and what you've been holding back on, it's going to bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I think that you may be caught in the fear and anticipation, anxiety of it first. And again, I think it's because you've been holding on to it for maybe a smidge too long. But it's okay. You can rectify that. All is not lost. You can rectify that. Five of Swords with the Trailblazer. Yeah, I think this is the reception you think you're going to get. I'm sorry. Oh, and then you have the Star. Yeah, I think you're going to get the Five of Swords. Look at that. It's a field of skulls. I think you think that they're going to freak out when you tell them what you're doing. And you're going to be like, but you're going to realize sooner than later that there's going to be healing. Yeah, some people may need some time to process everything and also to understand why you didn't come to them sooner. But there's going to be healing and love and renewal. And also, I think that you're going to truly be able to flourish in whatever you're doing. You're going to be the star. You're going to blaze that trail. And they're going to see that after their initial... And I think I think a lot of them will realize and know that they knew something was off and you weren't telling them something. So that's funny. That's really, really funny. Thank you. That was really funny. So group 2, like the first group, I was really in awe of how deep and beautiful it became really quickly. Yours took a little more thought, but you'll know if this resonates, obviously, very quickly, just like in group 1. I want you to know that you are so guided and you are being so protected. So much so that this energy of Spider Woman was front and center speaking to me. And I am honored by that presence, and I'm honored by that. And I'm honored that she thought that I could, that I would be able to, understand what I was seeing, because I didn't truly understand it in the beginning. But it just goes to show you the persistence of your guides and of source. You are being held, you are being guided, and you are being protected. I hate to end things with a but the only but I see here is my first wave of thoughts of that time is ticking. Time is ticking. If you have let someone in your inner sanctum and they know the truth of whatever this is, I think either they will not be able to hold this secret much longer, or it will be found out some way, shape, form. It will be found out. Things always come to light. That's like the rule. They really do. And I think this is better on your terms than anyone else's, especially if someone's feelings are at risk here. No one wants to hurt anyone. And you're not doing this because you want to hurt anyone either. But the longer you wait, you potentially will hurt someone's feelings. And why go there if you don't have to? You know, the way they process and accept or don't accept whatever you're telling them is not about you hurting their feelings. It's about you letting them know your truth in your life, in your experiences, and what you're planning on doing. It's not to ask for the permission. It's about you reading them in, cluing them in on your life, letting them see the real you. You know, that is a gift you're bestowing them. They then get to decide on their end how they're going to react. And they're entitled to react however they're going to. I do think it's going to be better than you think. And I think that there's a lot of joy and a lot of love and camaraderie that's going to flourish from this. So please hold that close to your heart. You are so loved and you are so protected. And this is the guidance that I see for you. And how more material and earthbound can we have gotten? Live your life, be present. We can't ask for anything more. This is a gift that we give ourselves every single day. Don't lose sight of that. So till next time, bye.